You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drakewing Gaming, and something on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you Let's Play episode of Violet Memoir, Lucas's Path. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Give me 1 second, y'all. 1 sec, just messaging someone. Alright, let's go ahead and jump into it. Okay. They weren't trained to deal with someone who needed special attention, and Lucas suffered for it. Oh, that's right, I'm Kostya. They weren't trained to deal with someone who needed special attention, and Lucas suffered for it. But we got through that together. I couldn't stop thinking about our first encounter. My heart raced when he stepped out close, and how he kept doing it whenever he would stand close to me. I didn't understand it, and I was too scared to bring it up. I expected to never get the answer until after school one day, when I was visiting his house. He kissed me on the top of his bed. I kissed him back because I'd never felt so dizzy and happy in my entire life. My heart raced. That voice sounds way too old for him. I kissed him. It's hard for me to do a Russian accent. I kissed him, and without it sounding like fucking stereotypical. I kissed him back because I'd never felt so dizzy and happy in my entire life. My heart raced even faster than before, and I finally knew what it meant. We hadn't known each other long, only a week and a half by this point, but neither of us cared about that. Things were new and exciting. Things moved so fast. I went from not even having a friend to suddenly having a boyfriend in less than 2 weeks, and it was beautiful. We would spend every day together. But we weren't as subtle as we thought we were, and people began to catch on. Maybe this would not have been a problem if we were a few years younger or lived somewhere else, but things got bad. Then one day, it happened. We were supposed to meet after school, but things didn't go as planned. 4 boys showed up and confronted me. They were calling me words I didn't understand and would mock me when I told them so. I'd been used to bullies by that point. It didn't bother me too much, but something about the way they were acting had me scared. They were a little too eager, and one of them was carrying a baseball bat. I was wondering if I should just run away. I knew I could outrun them after all, but I couldn't just leave the boys there. All I could think about was, what if they came across Lucas? So I stayed and talked, trying to defuse the situation, but it wasn't working. One of the kids shoved me over, and everything moved so fast from there. I'll spare you the details, but it wasn't pretty. The kids didn't stop until they were satisfied. They went too far with it, and that's why I'm in this. Kostya points down at his wheelchair, and everything clicks into place. I'd been so engrossed in his story, I'd forgotten there wasn't going to be a happy ending. What did they do? Everything. I don't remember the details, but at one point they kept hitting me with the bat. It might have been one bad hit or just a barrage, but they caused permanent damage to my spinal cord, and I was paralyzed from the waist down. Did they get in trouble? I wouldn't know. My parents wouldn't tell me what happened after. I was stuck in my hospital room, and they were the only people I could talk to. Lucas didn't visit you? Wait, I'm confused. Lucas told me that he was the one who hurt you. Lucas could never hurt me, but I think he blames himself. He had trouble hiding what he was feeling and would be very touchy in school. Nothing was his fault, but I don't think he sees it like that. Do you blame him at all? Of course not. Lucas did nothing but wonderful things for me. Then you moved away? My parents didn't want me going to school here anymore. They thought I was being targeted for being a foreigner. I couldn't tell them the truth. I never spoke with Lucas after those kids attacked me. Why not? I didn't mean to sound angry, but it was hard for me to stay calm hearing that. Whatever happened tore Lucas up, and he's torturing himself up over it. If Kostya doesn't blame him, why did he never talk to him? You misunderstand. I tried to. My parents did, too. But Lucas wouldn't talk to us. We even went over to his house, but his parents turned us away at the door. And then I moved away, and things became harder to fix. If he didn't want to talk, I didn't want to make things harder for him. So I left him alone, hoping that space would be what he needs. I had to respect his wishes. Sorry, I didn't mean for that to sound like I'm accusing you. It's okay, friend. It's a frustrating situation, I know that well enough. I'm just glad I was able to meet him after all these years. Lucas said he got into contact with you. Did you recognize him then? Yes, I'll be honest, it was part of the reason I agreed to meet with the two of you. I thought this might be a good time to finally meet. But I had to keep my identity a secret. I feel like if Lucas knew who I was, he wouldn't have wanted to meet up. It was deceptive on my part, and I apologized for it after I made you leave. How did things go between you two? Or in general, really. It's really hard for me to tell what Lucas thinks about you. It was strange. He was too nervous to reply to me, almost scared. I thought it might have just been his usual awkwardness, but from what you've told me, it sounds like he still blames himself. I don't know why he blames himself at all. The mind can be cruel. I wish he knew I never blamed him for this. Why don't you just tell him that? Wouldn't that solve... No, I can't. It's clear Lucas isn't comfortable with that. I don't want to bring up bad memories. I might have moved on, but it still causes him great pain. Things have finally started to mend between us. I cannot afford to ruin them again. This is the first time I feel like Kostya has completely shut me down in something. He's usually so cordial about everything, but it sounds like he isn't going to budge on this. It's frustrating, but I can't blame him. This was someone he used to be very close with, and he only just got that chance. But I can see how much Lucas is hurting. I wish things weren't so complicated. Even some of the things that Kostya mentioned in his story has me a little concerned, even if it's just some stupid insecurities. Second, y'all. Water time. Alright, guys and gals, and we are back. Alright. At least this story cleared up things as well. I suspected things when we visited the Rainbow Cafe, but it feels good to have it confirmed. Do you still feel something for him? Despite the serious tone of the conversation so far, he completely destroys any tension between us as he bellows with laughter like I just told the funniest joke known to man. It's a handsome laugh that makes it pretty clear why Lucas fell for him when they were younger. That ship has long sailed. Do not worry, friend. I have no intention of trying to steal Lucas away from you. I'm happy for the two of you. Truly, I am. But what we had was a childish crush that got out of hand and caused more problems than it needed to. I haven't been holding on to those feelings for over half a decade. I've had my share of partners, men and women. That's good. If I'm being honest, I don't think I can compete with you. Now that I disagree with. If I may be honest in return, I'm glad that you've decided to pursue Lucas. I worry that if you were left alone, you would charm away any guy I tried. That's a little dramatic. I'm a bit of a mess, but I don't think I'd be stealing away anyone. That humbleness is probably what caught Lucas's attention in the first place. You two truly are alike in a lot of ways. Neither of you know what you're worth. I don't... And, if I may be vulnerable once more, I want to say that you're a much stronger man than I was. Maybe more than I am now. What do you mean? You've overcome much more than I could ever imagine. I haven't gone through a fraction of what you did. Now I doubt that. Every soul is a story, everyone. But I wasn't... Every soul is a story. Everyone. But I wasn't meaning that in the first place. I meant, you're much better with Lucas than I could have ever hoped to be. The moments things got difficult, I was too scared of making it worse that I let everything get this far. But now, I'm still too scared to talk to him. But you're willing to come out here and talk to me because you care about him that much. I think it's beautiful. I couldn't come up with any words to say. I've been given compliments by Oscar, but never like this. It's probably the nicest thing someone has ever said to me. That's exactly why I'm happy you're no longer single. You're too cute. There'd be no men for the rest of us. Can we talk about something else? There were still plenty of things I wanted to ask about Lucas's past, but I don't think I can handle this anymore. He truly is charming, and even though he told me that he isn't interested in Lucas anymore, there's a small part of me that feels inferior to someone as charismatic as him. His arms are wider than my head, and he looks like a model. I won't stand a chance. I have held you for a long time. I apologize, friend. I should let you go. He pulls away from the table, and I'm about to get up to follow him when he places a hand on my shoulder. His grip strong as he presses me back into my chair. But before I do, would you like to know why I brought you to this room? His tone is back to that serious tone he used when he was telling his story, and I instantly know that all the jokes and teasing words are over. Oh boy. I would like that, yeah. I've been really curious. Despite saying that, something at the back of my head is telling me that I'd rather not know. I can feel the fur on my neck prickle up, and I feel the sudden urge to leave the room. Now that I'm looking around, nothing looks out of place, but something feels wrong, like there's remnants of something that I can only feel traces of. Are you sure? You're looking a little pale, friend. I'm not talking about your fur. Yeah, just feeling a little under the weather. I feel the same way when I come here. I'm lucky I don't have to come here anymore now that I have that I can focus on my major. I'm sorry, I'm wasting both of our time. A little part of me hoped that you would change your mind. The two of us would leave us smiles on our faces. Are we not going to after you tell me? That depends on you. He didn't elaborate further, and it looks like he's trying to work himself up to saying it. I doubt it's anywhere near as big of a reveal as he's making out to be, but I can understand overthinking something like this. I can see the veins on his neck, through his fur, and how hard he's clenching his jaw. This was where it happened. It? Which it? Helena. This is where they all died, right in this room. What? You pointed out the cameras when you walked in, but those did not used to be here. They were put in because of what happened. They didn't want another incident to happen again, so the study rooms are no longer private. This whole section of campus changed, and now there's cameras everywhere. And the heavy atmosphere. Is that also because of this? I don't quite know what it is. I think it's just everyone feeling off, and we can feel it through others. Like an empathetic connection. Exactly. There's a smile on his voice as he says that, but his face is telling a different story. He looks mournful as his eyes scan across the room. I scouted every inch of this room, trying to find something that proved she didn't do it. I had to get a boy from my class to reach the projector, but there was nothing. It was like nothing happened. Wish they had put those cameras in earlier. Maybe they could see that she didn't do it. She would not. Helena would never. We might not have been close, but I know that. Kostya had been this passionate about this before, but now that I've talked to him about Lucas, it puts everything into a new perspective. Sorry, Al. Can I ask you something? Anything, friend. You never have to feel afraid. Can you tell me what happened? I only ever read about the aftermath. If this is too sensitive, don't feel pressured to do... Shush, it's fine. Let me just remember how that day went. We sat there for nearly 5 minutes before he managed to collect his thoughts. Though I imagine some of that was really him trying to calm down. Okay, that's Wallace talking. He'd been getting progressively more heated as he talked about things. I can't imagine this is easy for him. I hadn't heard from her in weeks. I knew she was going through some things with her parents and friends, so I tried to contact her, but she never picked up or returned my messages. But one day, the whole school went into lockdown. I was in one of my physical health courses when it happened. Everything happened so fast. The whole school shut down? No, not shut down. Lockdown. We weren't allowed to leave class. I'd never seen anything like it. After we were allowed to leave, I did not get far before the police asked to talk to me and ask about questions about Helena. They didn't give me much, but I asked around afterwards to hear what happened. Apparently Helena went into the study room before anyone else arrived. You have to forgive me for forgetting the times, but shortly Quinn and Conrad arrived, though they looked like they weren't too comfortable being there. Why not? We don't know. All we know is the two girls who witnessed them outside said they would look like they were scared even before they went in. Strange. Mercy arrived after the three of them went into the room together. We don't know what happened after that, only that 3 hours later, someone walked into the room to find everyone massacred and Helena in the corner. I'm too stunned to say anything, but it doesn't look like he wants a response with how fast he keeps going. I'm gonna go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon or YouTube memberships if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!